Pickleball is fun, but there are times when it can be frustrating, annoying, or even make us angry. Poor manners and bad sportsmanship can ruin an awesome day on the courts. You don't want to accidentally become, well, that person that no one wants to play with. And when you do encounter bad apples, what should you do? Let's find out in today's video. Hello and welcome to Pro Pickleball Media, your #1 spot for all pickleball content. In today's video, we're going to talk about the pickleball court etiquette, the do's and don'ts on the court. Now let's get right into the video. Let's start with some of the common scenarios that you can face in the pickleball court. Out is a familiar call in pickleball that can be so frustrating. An old tennis saying says, when in doubt, call it in, not out. The same thing applies to pickleball. Social play, you can always play the point over, but it seems that social play has gotten very competitive lately. Remember, the lines are in. Do not attempt to outshine your opponent by lobbing into the sun. While in a social play, you can resolve the issue by switching sides at 6 points. Also, it's not right to throw other players who are older or have physical problems on purpose. If you serve quickly or don't say the score out loud before you move the ball, make sure your opponent is ready and say the score out loud. If you're the receiver and need more time to get ready, raise your paddle in the air. Earning a point on a slam that rolls over the net. In tennis, players are taught to raise their hand in a sorry gesture when they get a break they didn't deserve. In pickleball, a net roll is given for a dink or a third shot. If the slam just misses, it would be polite to raise your hand to say, sorry. Partner's answer to a player's mistake. Remember that if your partner makes a mistake, they already feel bad about it. Do not roll your eyes, shrug, or make other gestures that are too big. The best thing to say is, next time, or almost. And if you're not sure what to say, you can always go over and bump your partner's paddle. Sharing a courtroom, sorry, but this group is closed. You belong over there with the 3.0 players on that court. This group is better. Have you heard or said things like that? In social play, everyone has to get along with each other and use the same things. If the venue doesn't have a good rotation system with courts that are labeled by skill level, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, and challenge court, then we need to find a fair way to share court space. In doubles play, there should be a way for everyone to know that it's 4 on, 4 off when it's crowded. You play one game, and then each of the 4 players takes a turn leaving and putting their paddles in a line. As the crowd thins out, winners stay on, losers rotate off can be used. The same team keeps winning, they should have to switch with another team. So you can do more than 2 sets in a row. If the crowd gets even smaller, you could stay if no one else is there. If people are waiting to move on and they put their paddles in the saddle or in the line for that court, you must let them move on. Now before we move ahead, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that we can keep bringing more informative pickleball content to you. Your little contribution means a lot for us. Now let's discuss some more court etiquettes. When someone accidentally hits a ball from a court next to yours onto your court, pick it up and throw the same ball back to them. Don't exchange the balls. Again, I repeat, don't switch the balls. When you get a ball from a court next to yours, look at someone on that court and then throw or hit the ball right at them. Don't just hit the ball into their court without looking. That's a big pain. During recreational play, don't play keep away from the best player on the other team just to win. They want to play too. Don't walk across the court behind a game until it's over. Not only is it rude, but it can also be very dangerous. Don't give your opponent a chest bump or get too excited when they make a mistake. If you or your partner, on the other hand, make a great play, the same goes for those who watch. Please don't cheer or clap when the other team misses a simple shot. If it's clear that you're the worst player on the court, thank the other players for letting you play. Don't take advantage of their kindness, though, by staying on the court for as long as you want. If you play more than 1 or 2 games, you will surely wear out your welcome. If you are asked to play with a group that is clearly less skilled than you, do so with grace and play 1 or 2 games with them. You'll probably be grateful for your kindness and understand that you want to play with people with similar skills after the game. If you are clearly the strongest person in your group of 4, don't be so competitive. Instead, hit the balls that your opponents can return. Work on a new skill. Now might be a good time to practice that third shot, drop shot. If you and your partner can't agree on whether the ball was in or out, or if you and your partner disagree on a line call, your opponent gets the benefit of the doubt. Wait, that's an official rule too. Don't take advantage of someone's physical limitations in recreational play just to win. It's not nice. If you enter or leave the court through a gate that also leads to the next door court, wait until the rally on the next court is over before going through the gate. If a ball from a court next to you ends up on your court, call ball to stop play and pick up the ball. Ask the people on the next court who gets the ball and then hit or throw it as hard as you can back at that person. On the other hand, if you are the next court and want that ball back, raise your hand or paddle so you know who to give it to. Make sure the other team's players is ready before you pass the ball to them. Call out the score and your server number so you know you're ready to serve. Stop for a moment before you serve to give people time to talk if they don't agree on the right score. The person on the receiving end is in charge of line calls. Unless asked to, you shouldn't call faults or other line calls on the other side of the net. If you are on the receiving team and your partner calls a ball out with you think may have been in, tell your partner you disagree and try to work it out with them. If your team can't agree on who should call the line, the call goes to the other team. If a wrong line calls stops a player from playing, the point should be played over. Control your mood. It is not allowed to use foul or abusive language or to gloat or laugh at an opponent's mistake in an unsportsmanlike way. If you do, you could be punished. The same goes for misusing the paddle or the ball. Pickleball has become popular in part because it's easier on the body than tennis and is played on a smaller court. So almost anyone can try it. It's a low-impact sport, so it won't hurt your joints as much. You can buy a pickleball paddle and a wiffle ball at any good sporting goods store. And what does pickleball have to do with fitness? Some sources say that a person who weighs 160 pounds could burn 250 calories in just 30 minutes of friendly pickleball play. The more you play against other people, the more fat you'll burn. For example, a person who weighs 200 pounds who plays hard could burn 475 calories in the same amount of time. Pickleball is also good for people who want to get more steps in their day. People think you can get between 4,000 to 5,000 steps in a single game, depending on your style and how competitive you are. Pickleball is a great way to get your heart rate up, break a sweat, and use up extra energy, no matter how hard or easy you play. So what is your take on pickleball etiquettes? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow picklers. Also, if you love pickleball, then make sure to watch this next video on our channel.